Hey guys, Mike the Vike here, back for yet another video. Today we're showing off the latest and greatest Rust update. This is actually a fantastic update this week. Not necessarily tons of content, but some tweaks that have been needed for a very long time. These changes I've actually been asking for from the devs for like literally a year, but finally they've done what I have suggested countless times, which is reduce the muzzle flash on the guns, because in the past you essentially couldn't see anything you were shooting when you tried going full auto on any of the full auto guns. And there are some before after pictures Rustified made, I'll put those up. All in all, it's a complete overhaul. You can actually see what you're shooting now, and I'm really excited to get into some PvP with these guns. They also changed the weapon view models in the game. Now they kind of are a lot more natural, and if you've ever held a gun, you'll see like, oh, you know, that actually looks about right. Whereas basically before, the left arm was like way too much on the left side and it just didn't look right. Some people aren't happy with the field of view of the view model. They made it a little bit tighter, like so you see less of the gun. And I will agree with them there. I wish it were a little bit further out so that you saw more of the weapon. But I mean, ideally, we would just have a weapon FOV slider like something in Counter-Strike, where you have huge freedom over what your view model looks like. The semi-auto rifle also got a buff. It now has less horizontal recoil. I actually was already pretty happy with the semi-auto rifle, but it's good to see that they're buffing it even more. I mean, at close quarters, this gun is going to be very competitive now. The semi-pistol was kind of just the king for a long time. And I think instead of nerfing the semi, I think they're just going to buff everything else. No, this thing's even worse now. Oh my god. Nah, honestly, semi's still going to be king. They also buffed bone armor, but honestly, no one's going to use it anyways, but I thought I'd mention that. Okay, so in terms of things that are coming to the game soon, that vending machine is on its way. They seem to be pretty focused on that one. It's all textured for various distances and all that jazz. So I bet we'll see that one next week, probably. I don't see why they wouldn't pump it out by then. They've also finalized the design of the flame turret, which I'm not totally sure how they're going to add to the game, because I mean, with a flamethrower, you don't have that much throw on it. Like, it doesn't have that much distance. So I don't know how effective something like that is actually going to be. But I mean, against nakeds, that'd be a heck of a fun time if you can picture that. Lastly, it sounds like they're adding some really cool upgrade to the cave system. The current caves are kind of just like a first come first serve kind of thing. If you get there first, you can build your base super easy. It sounds like they're going to make the caves a lot more random and a lot deeper. Maybe some caves you won't even be able to get out of unless you go a certain way down. So it's going to be a little bit more adventurous and a lot more underground exploration. Also, it'll give a use for the flashlights, which is going to be great. So I'm very curious to see what they're going to add. They're even mentioning some sort of like jumping puzzle thing with varying difficulty, potentially even a elevator system going back up to the surface, which only the owner of the cave base could own if you are the first guy to build down there. It's going to be a very interesting addition to the game, and I hope they add more stuff like this. Maybe we can see some water bases, stuff you can build on water, floating bases. You know, just any kind of variation like that where you're doing something a little bit different. That would be very cool. So that's actually all they've done this week. Technically a pretty small update, but huge change in terms of tweaking. PvP is going to be a heck of a lot better now. Now, I don't think it's done. I would love if they reduced the blood splatter on screen. I still think that's a little bit too chaotic, especially at night. But this is certainly a huge step in the right direction. Now, this is of course recorded on my Rust server. I've been playing on here past little while. If you want to join, there's info on how to do so in the description. Anyways, that's all I got for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.